Hey buddy, welcome back to Bucket List RC. My name is Drew, and you guys know I love crawlers, but I appreciate everything radio control. And today we're going to take a look at the Serpent Mini Truggy together. So let's take a closer look on the bench. And by bench, I do mean my absolutely filthy coffee table. Some people like to see the box, so we'll take a closer look. You can pause it if you want to. I love a buggy, man. I love a buggy. It's my first RC was a triple XS low-C buggy. It was my first hobby grade RC, and I'm a truck guy, so I love me some trucks. Let's get into her. I don't know why, but some people want to see the seal being cut. So there you go. I'm cutting the seal right in front of your eyeballs. Oops. There it all is. It's hiding. Normally I'd say look at all that goodness, but there you go. This is all the goodness. You got your charger, manual, some stickers, and basic radio, but it has all the bells and whistles. You got your throttle trim, your steering trim, dual rate, okay, and then your on and off switch. It's really basic, very light, kind of rattly, but it, you know, let's put some batteries in it and find out. Well, that sounded impressive, didn't it? The flex is coming from the plastic. Okay, I'm starting to see why these started at 75 and then went down to 35. That's what I got it for today. Well, the other day. Let's take a look at the guts. That's what I expected, not much to it. There's a motor, two-wheel drive. Well, I'm a pretty simple guy. It costs 30 bucks, so I need to get at least 3 hours of play out of it. I calculate that at roughly 6 battery packs, depending. So, hopefully I can get my, I think I'm going to get my 30 out of it. I don't bash my stuff like some little kid's going to do. I do play with it hard. I mean, that's what they're for, but where's the hole? Oh my goodness. There it is. One of the things that kept me from buying this thing was this. The battery pack. It's you know, it's in its own little world. They do give you a charger for it, and that's cool, but you know, that kind of bothered me. It's one of the reasons that kept me from buying one for a while. I think that's probably why a lot of people, most companies, are getting away from these, but we'll see. Like I said, that was my concern. Let's see if we can get 6 charges out of it. I'm going to start by giving it its first one. All right, so I've been taking a closer look, and you know, some things might bug other people more than others. Anyway, the body, the fit and finish on this, the body is really awful. There's no way to really get it to sit perfectly. Big deal. I also, you got to remember, I come from production as well, and when I see stuff like this, it's like, who let that off the line? But anyway, my feelings are, I mean, that really is more than you're going to be bending that thing, and it's more than you should. So, but they are kind of marketing these towards kids. I wonder how the kids feel about this. I wonder how easy they're breaking that. I mean, That is a lot. But you know, that's a lot. I don't know. You do know. And the rear, it does have a spring. It's pretty soft, and it hits the body, so you don't get full. So we're gonna test it as is. Okay, we're gonna let her rip as soon as that battery's done. It's still charging. We're gonna let it look like the rear was more narrow than the front. That's usually not how it works. That's what I like about a Truggy too. I'll tell you, it does feel like it's planted really well. It is light. It is very light, which is cool. You don't want it to be heavy. I am worried that that's going to make it fly. That's part of the issue when you're flying these things. The air gets underneath, and if it doesn't, if it's flopping in the air, we're going to see. We're going to take a look. You know, I know some of you probably thinking, aren't you overthinking this a little bit? No, not really. The size doesn't matter. Yes, it matters and it doesn't matter. But, you know, if it's built right, it'll still fly, drive the same way. I'm sorry, when I see a Bucky or a Truggy, I do not think of driving. While that battery is charging, let me please introduce my family. That's Dusty Cat. That is Bucky Dog. And again, my name is Drew. And this is Bucket List RC. I am an unmedicated mental patient who basically came to Florida to die and found out, hey, you're not going to do that. So I adopted some pets and started this channel. And it's become a good outreach for me, but a great outreach for a lot of people. And yeah, that's it. So I'm into everything RC, but my budget only allows me to do one thing at a time mostly. So I really get into the little trucks. You can see I build courses for them. There's stuff all over the place. Anyway, please like, subscribe, share, ding that bell, and thank you for visiting. Become a buckethead. Battery's done. Hey, my big old fat thumbs didn't get in the way. Don't forget the double A's. That got Bucky's attention. He just snapped right up. Now, where's the on and off switch? Hi. Yeah, Bucky's over here. Oh, he's interested. Beep, beep. Beep when I turn it on, a beep. Uh-oh. Bucky, back up. I don't know what just happened, but I'm leaving that in case it happens to you. Radio on. Vehicle on. Okay, we're good now. And I didn't know this thing had a gyro. That ought to be interesting to see what that does in flight, but okay. We're gonna leave that on for now and try it out. Gotta figure out what button does what here. Okay, this is definitely your throttle trim, your throttle do rate, excuse me. I didn't see any buttons anywhere to turn off the gyro. I've never flown one of these with a gyro, so that ought to be interesting. Let's check it out. It does seem to be pretty linear, though. It's just touching it. It handles pretty good too. You get the attitude out of it the way you want it. Of course, my finger's going to make it stick, but so we're going to find out. Enough talk, enough baits tested. Kids are going to go nuts. All right, guys, you got to move, Bucky. You got to move, pal. What do you think, Dusty? Huh? It's not bad. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. The the steering wheel on the controller is tighter than what you're going to be used to. Don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. It controls really well. When you see me spinning out so far, it has all been on purpose. So for a two-wheel drive, and this is I did sweep and mop, but it's a dirty, dusty bachelor's living room floor. So all right, look out! All right, look out! Let's give her a good rip. One of my favorite things to do is to pop on a live stream and just do this, play with the kids. All right, you got to let us test it first. All right, come on. Let me get some speed on it. Doesn't have a whole lot of balls. It's just a simple brush motor. By the time it gets up the ramp, it doesn't have the energy to really. Whoops. But it's zippy. That ramp was also launching a Arma Grom the other day. Bucky, I can't see. So you can see how I durability test my stuff. When the kids calm down, I'll be able to get more speed out of it. I think I've easily found Dusty's next favorite toy. That's for sure. She loves it. Oh, I got a piece of something stuck. They warn you in the manual, and we just experienced it. I got some stuff, dog hair and junk caught in this, and you saw it just lost all power. That wheel's moving nice and smooth. Hello, it's Editing Drew here, and I wanted to tell you that I am an Amazon affiliate, and I have run a battery pack through this, and I like it, and it will be linked in the description for you. Thanks for hanging out. So I realized I got to give you a final opinion, and my final opinion is that it's durable, and it's handled my wrecking it. I don't know what that thing was. Maybe it was just a brand new electronics kind of glitch thing, and because once I set the vehicle down, it worked. So I haven't had a problem with it since. For 35 bucks, whatever I paid for it, I think it's worth it. There will be a link in the description if you want to pick yourself up one. Yeah, for 30 bucks, it's all right. I think it's a great car for somebody who's just getting into it. I think it's a good car for somebody who is into it and is just goofing off like I am. They're not race cars, so I couldn't see a bunch of people getting together racing these. But on the other hand, it's also a great little race car for people who don't have a lot of money. You can get a bunch of these together and get together and, you know, do a little track like this in your living room. You don't have to have such a big jump, but it will do it. So I like it. I'm going to go ahead and leave it in the description for you if you want to check it out. The kids like it. Thanks a lot for hanging out. Please like, subscribe, share, call your mom. Hell, share it with your mom. Maybe she want one. You'd be surprised. My sister loves the little cars. All right. Thanks for hanging out.